The world has entered an absurd belief game. Everyone must choose a life path and believe in one of the gods. Everyone is assigned to a confined space, and Ethan was assigned to the roof and surrounded by invisible walls of air. All resources can only be obtained through prayer trials. As long as you dare to make a wish, the gods will bring down the testing ground and match your teammates. The more outrageous the reward you want, the more difficult the corresponding trial. Hey buddy, how was your harvest today? Sean is sitting on the roof next to Ethan. People are a little nervous, but not bad. Before the gods came, they were wondering how to find a job. So he was one of the few Adventists. The gods saved the world. At the very least, it saved the world's employment rate. Would you like a bottle of snot water? Oh my god, I've never served anyone in my life. Just serve you. How do you drink this? Biting continuously as soon as you enter. Gudu went down by himself. Dude, not so much. I see you take it easy every time you come out. It's not low, is it? Why do you swipe single copies every day? Isn't this wronging yourself? By the way, we've been neighbors for so long. I don't know which god you are following. Let's talk about it. Maybe we'll meet next time. You can also cooperate in advance. What about you? Didn't I tell you? I believe in the god of order. Civilization on fire. Order endures. Doesn't it look like Ethan doesn't believe what Sean says? Because he can sense that the other party is lying. It's not watching each other's expressions or movements. I figured it out. This is Ethan's special ability. It's the god he believes in, the gift of faith bestowed upon him. As long as someone tells a lie, he can tell. Although I'm not sure which sentence the other party said. But even if he knew the other side was lying, Ethan didn't puncture either. After all, neighbors are such a thing. There's no need to make the relationship too rigid. I said, how boring are you hiding? It doesn't matter if you say it. Are you still in competition with me? How many points is your audience ladder? What is the ID called? Let me see where you are. Are you also a believer in order? No, I'm a believer in chaos. Sean heard this. The whole person is stupid. In the belief game, they each have hostile destinies and hostile gods. For example, civilization and chaos are opposites. Although the path of destiny is opposite, but not with a knife. But if it is a god under the path of destiny, that's going to kill you. That is to say, Sean's god of order and Ethan's god of chaos is an enemy god. But are both parties lying? That's another story. You really didn't lie to me. I never lie. Sean frowned and guessed all night. And Ethan on the other side is sleeping soundly. Special Trial War Song of Blood and Fire has begun. Matching teammates for you. Faith games don't let players get by. He does it every 7 days. It will be for the players. Automatically match a special divine trial. This trial is extremely difficult. If the players fail to complete the level successfully, even if you are lucky enough to live, prayers will be banned for 7 days. Please match me with a few more soldiers this time. I'm enough for a bastard. Please, please. Now that everyone is here, don't waste time. I'll go first, Charles. Destiny, civilization. Profession, warrior. Ladder 1647. Anthony, destiny, life. Profession, assassin. Ladder 1636. Your sword. I seem to have seen you in another order warrior. It should be the Knight of Order. The God of Order is the game's most popular comrade in arms. Almost none. They follow the will of order. Respect the rules. Self-discipline. In the trial of war, it can become the existence of TO. Summer, destiny, life, occupation, hunter, ladder 1519. Natalia, destiny, fall, occupation, pastor, ladder 1396. Ethan, destiny, life, occupation, pastor, ladder 1501. Samuel, destiny, existence, profession, master, ladder 1906. As soon as this score comes out, everyone took a deep breath. Memories traveler or time traveler. Time. Samuel is awesome. It's stable now. But Natalia was really upset at the moment, because there are currently 3 life believers opposing him. He can only pray now. These 3 gods are not hostile to themselves. If the gods are also opposed, during the trial, hostile gods will drop additional hostile missions. Ethan shook his head secretly. Lost a battle power for nothing because of the difference in fate is the most irrational choice. The double priest system is perfect for the trials of war. My gut feeling tells me Natalia is not our enemy. Ray, introduce Ethan. Birth priest. Oh my god, you are a wet nurse. And everyone was dumbfounded. Birth-bearing priests are also known as heirs. Because of the birth priest, when blessing or healing a companion, there is a chance that the partner will become pregnant, but the effect of the treatment is stronger than that of the ordinary priest. Brother, please don't milk me. I'd rather accept a priest of a hostile faith. I can't tolerate your breastfeeding my belly. If this is a mouthful of milk, how can I go out and meet people? Summer stands by. Saw Natalia torn. It is also because of this torn. Make her realize, Natalia is not the mortal enemy of the god of birth. She was suddenly relieved. I'm a Genesis hunter, the hunter who believes in the god of birth. Everyone was surprised that summer was so cold. I actually chose to follow the god of birth, but only Anthony's face turned ugly. He also saw that Natalia was not the enemy of birth, but the path of life and ruin. There are only 3 gods each. That means the opponent has a 50% chance of being his enemy. The fate difference is not caused by us. We don't need to be under too much pressure, since the 2 priests are not opposites. Then separate the treatment work. Natalia is in charge of me and the mage. As for believers in life, solve it yourself, since you 2 are both born believers. Never excluded. Summer glanced at the good-looking Ethan. I can't see embarrassment. Instead, Ethan's face became very subtle. Another more subtle one is Anthony. He wanted to refuse. Now that everyone has agreed to this arrangement, if you refuse, it will be a little boring. He only wants to get hurt as little as possible now. Receive treatment from a male wet nurse. He can't do it. So, cut the crap. This trial requires survival for 24 hours before clearing the customs. We're running out of time to prepare. Everyone complete their rituals as soon as possible. The so-called ceremony. It refers to the players. A ceremony in which the gods of their respective beliefs pray for blessings. For example, the gain of birth is to embrace reproduction. Create new life. To speak human is to mate. You want to get strong, you mate first. The trial is a random match. We're all strangers. There's no one who overcomes embarrassment and shame to help mate, so there are a lot of similar and miraculous operations. Like masturbation. This great invention saved countless autistic birth believers. As long as the mind is on him, then it's not blasphemy. It's a tribute. But today's situation is different. There are 2 born believers at the scene, or a man and a woman. Although Ethan is smiling, but his face is almost stiff. He never expected. This cold hunter lady, it's actually a believer. If I had known this earlier, he might as well speak out about his true beliefs. Identity exposure is trivial, in case there is a relationship. Isn't that a liar? Together or separately? Let's separate. I prefer men. Summer glanced at Ethan in amazement. Then he turned and left. Does it look good? Sorry. Professional habits. Bro, I like women. Really, we are not suitable. Twisted melons are not sweet. I'll go first. Goodbye. Anthony got away rolling and crawling. When I think of Ethan, the sun-giving man Guanyin likes men. His footsteps are faster. Believers of the god of death. So that was interesting. Ethan looks around. After confirming that there is no one around, he had an extra die in his hand. Lie like yesterday. Laugh at this morning. Yesterday I deceived the believers of birth. So today I am a believer in birth. I found today's anchor of order. A bar was buried under the rubble. I found a bar rule inside. Drink only fruit wine today. Take a sip each. The radiance of order will protect the rituals of your order. Is looking for order. Only people who follow a certain set of rules. To be blessed, everyone takes the wine bottles in turn. Take a sip. However, after Ethan brought the bottle, dried most of the bottle. Charles' eyelids twitched. I suddenly feel that this pastor is a little unreliable. We set a time. The pocket watch will be on time 5 minutes before. 3-minute and 1-minute timekeeping. I can only decide when the battlefield begins. When will it end? Can't decide. How are you doing in the time battlefield? I don't want to talk nonsense, but I have to remind you again. The movement of time is accurate and punctual. When I laid down the battlefield of time, we have to turn it on the hour, and end the battle and the battle on another hour. If you can't, we will be trapped in an eternal time loop, until it is done. But every cycle will dissolve our concept of time. Excessive cycle will make us lose ourselves in the river of time. As for the result, you don't want to know, so if you can solve the problem at once, don't turn it on. East of the ruins, there are still some buildings that have not been completely destroyed. To be on the safe side, how about we go there first and meet the enemy passively? That's fine with me. I'm under the ruins around me. The body of the Pomeranian was found. This is probably the Hope State. Nice. Someone on our mage channel has studied this history. Our location should be near the dense forest area. If we are facing, really the Hope State strikes back. What we're about to face now, probably the right flank of the skeleton army. While they were discussing countermeasures, I don't know when the sky has turned ink. The overwhelming black wings fan to cover the sky, approaching like a storm. Dread is a fleshy-winged hell demon. Feeding on fear they is a defiled believer. It is also the mortal enemy of birth. This terrifying amount, if you really get it. The 6 of them are afraid that it is not enough to plug the teeth of the army. Samuel, is this the number of your 1,900 trial points? Fall back quickly. Anthony takes the lead. The whole person turned into a puff of blue smoke, disappeared in front of everyone in an instant. Summer's speed is no less. As a hunter, Agile is their representative. I need at least 57 minutes and 42 seconds to recharge the time battlefield. During this period, I can only hide in my world. Cut the crap. Use it now. Lend us speed. Samuel, in fact, I don't want to consume too much mental energy prematurely, but there's no better way. Time domain acceleration. Open. They quickly approached the ruins, hoped to avoid disaster. However, the war is changing faster than expected. Before they could enter the ruins, dense army of demons. It has already jumped in the direction of the ruins. Civilization on fire. Order endures. There are too many dread. The Great Wall of Holy Light can only support 5 minutes, even with the blessing of the two priests, also extended to up to 15 minutes. Figure it out. Otherwise, don't say insist on 24 hours. We all have to explain it here in 15 minutes. Natalia was there, rejuvenating Samuel. Her therapy was effective. Samuel's previous mental energy consumption got a little recovery. The largest amount of milk. As long as you control the newborn on your body, we should be able to hold on a little longer. He didn't expect it. The enemy of this trial came so quickly. The enemy's movements are so ferocious. The person here gets the highest score, but it's only 1,900 points. The lowest is even less than 1,400 points. What can I do? Can attract such a large army of demons. People who didn't know thought it was a 100 point game. Natalia was pale. Another healing spell fell on Charles. In contrast, another pastor, sitting on the ground and looking around, like a jerk. Ethan also has a headache. It's not that he hasn't seen this kind of scene before, but I've never seen a teammate with such a low score. In the past, in the high precinct, all players are strong. In times of crisis, the whole flower life is more and more than one. That's why, the reason why the ladder score is so important. And, the score ranking will also be settled once a month. Players will receive different rewards. These rewards are all encompassing, from supplies to equipment, talent to skill, everything. Are we going to die? No one responded to him at this point. Even Charles is just poised, maintaining the Great Wall of Holy Light. Buy more time for everyone. However, these few minutes, it's more like the end of their lives. Anthony, are you still alive? Anthony didn't say a word. It's not because he doesn't want to. I didn't dare. He is now lurking under a broken wall. The walls are filled with dread. Probably not dead yet. Ethan knew he was the death assassin. His exclusive skill is Death Funeral. In the realm of death, summon a giant scythe of death against all enemies in the field. Deal a sure death blow, but the conditions are very harsh. The breath of the dead must be offered to the god of death. It can be said that this skill is very useless. Need to lurk in the shadows all the time. They're killing. Collect enough death breath to release it. 2 minutes left. Can't think of a way. We can only break out. The pastor is going to restore my spirits. The mage is ready to accelerate. Assassin's ready to return. I'll smash a path right in front of me. Do you have overload treatment? I need to ask the time walker to put the zone acceleration again. Very large range. Can you do that? I don't need overload therapy. I just need to milk my spirit. I have overloaded spells. Skills may not be enough. I need more scope. Can Natalia? Do you want it now? Now. At this point, Natalia took off her coat. She was covered with wounds. Every corrupt believer, the faster it decays, the more divine power it gains. Matching priest profession by self-harming in exchange for the lives of teammates. She is a follower of the rotten god. It is also the climax of sinking, the final tomb of the universe. All living beings should rot. All things will die. Samuel gave Natalia a hand, solemnly said to Ethan, I can overload spells, but for the next 12 hours, you're a cripple. Can we make it to 12 hours? I don't want to die. Won't die. Can you guys move on a little bit? Pastor, what can you do? Just say it. Timing is important. I need you to listen carefully. After the Great Wall of Holy Light, I need 1 second to cast the spell. Can Summer get it? I can swallow Genesis seeds. Get his gaze. When the power of reproduction grows madly, I can shoot 5 arrows at the same time, but it can only delay them for 1 second at most. You're a goddamn priest. What do you do? Don't worry. Anthony, I know you should be able to hear. Listen to me, the first time the shield is broken, I need you to come back to me and prepare for a funeral. Everyone froze for a moment. Anthony turned out to be the knitter of death. Natalia's hanging heart is also relieved, because death and decay are not adversaries. Anthony, I know you have a lot of questions. You don't have to worry about collecting the breath of death. You only need to harvest when you can. Just harvest as much as you like. You are the life and death of us. I'm not kidding. And, I need you the first time after I cast the spell. Release the acceleration domain to all terror demons in the entire ruins. Are you fucking crazy? Speed up the enemy. You think we don't die fast enough? Are you sure this is suicide? I'm pretty sure. As part of the plan, we need to know, how are you going to lead us to live? I'm going to give them a child. Ah! Everyone was stunned when they heard Ethan's words. A male human says, to give a group of asexual Kong demons a child. No matter where this sentence is placed, it's all explosive existence. Plan to treat the demon. Exactly. I will unleash a healing spell that covers the entire ruin. All holes and demons will be watched by my lord. Embrace reproduction. Impossible, impossible. The range of treatment with a priest can be so large. Under this intense pressure to survive. Summer is now beginning to think that Ethan is completely crazy. It's a pity that this little brother has a good heart. Handsome, just go crazy too fast. Nothing is impossible. When you think it's impossible, that's because you don't have enough milk. You. How long is the Great Wall of Holy Light? Enough for you to pack 10 pussies. 1987 6543 to 1. Right now. So let me just show you, what is the true amount of milk? Foursquare world. Share the grace of God. Time is like a gap. I am like the wind. Birth watched them at this moment. Let all the magic cities become slaves to reproduction. Healing light with time acceleration. Dread speed is rapidly expanding. Children, it's time to eat. The tentacle monster begins to eat its mother's flesh and blood. Accelerating with time. Crazy gnawing at the speed visible to the naked eye. At this moment, the newborn tentacle monsters have already eaten their mother. Crazy surging towards 6 people. Soul sleep. Life ends. Awesome. Ethan, this is awesome. I seem to see, the true god of death is with me. Just this once. My life is worth it. Our combat capabilities are seriously damaged. Samuel, Natalia and Summer have both lost their fighting power. Need urgent treatment. Let's find a place to clean up first. Don't we still have Ethan? What can I do with a 1500 point wet nurse? If you get 1,500 points, I'll kick your head like a ball. Charles' face darkened. He picked up Samuel, grabbed Natalia and left. Without hesitation. Charles thinks Ethan does have strength, but I'm just too pretentious. It's annoying. What's even worse is that he has to install it every time. They march through this bloody hell step by step. Fragment, mucus. It's beyond description. Challenging their sensitive stomach nerves every second. Summer, you have to hold back. Your mother must love you very much. My mom died. She dedicated herself to the defilement. This, compared to my mother, you might as well take care of my daughter first. She may be coming soon. Charles ready. Summer is giving birth.